day, I calmly went out to the garage, closed the garage door, turned on the car, and I waited. I completely forgot that I had children. The friends and family and husband no longer existed in that moment. I wasn't even feeling anything. I just finally breathed. Breathed that relief in so deep. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 4, 7, 10 minutes, tick, tick, tick. And just as I started to drift off, suddenly, out of the blue, someone grabs me out of the car, drags me into my house, throws me into my chair, and begins to shake me. I look up and, well, I find this hard to believe, but there, standing in front of me are 2 angels. And in all honesty, I think I've seen them before. And the taller, more male-looking one is downright pissed at me. I mean, what are you doing, he shouts. You are missing the whole point. Point? The point of this life? Later that week, I sit with all of me, all my broken pieces, sobbing and screaming, and then in full rage, I lift my fist to the heaven and scream, if you think this life is worth saving, you better damn well fucking prove it! Note to self, never shake a fist at God. Someone's always listening. The problem is, I keep trying to be normal, and it's obviously catching up with me. Nobody's coming to my meetings, and parties seem to be dwindling, and maybe people are starting to get nervous. I can't say I blame them. I want to explain to them what's happening. That I remembered that I endured 3 years of sexual and mental and emotional imprisonment. That I was raped, about 624 times if I remember correctly. And that's why I can't sleep, work, or focus on anything. They would ask, no doubt in disbelief, 624 times? Well, that's impossible. And I would be compelled to say, he took my virginity through rape, and for 3 more years, week after week, day after day. And then their faces would get that glazy look, trying to figure out if I had been a victim or if I was just stupid. But everyone wants to be okay, don't they? So I am okay, like they want. And I am gleeful and all-loving, perpetually happy person, making everything okay for everybody. I play the part that they need to see. The part of me that wants to believe again in the innocence that was taken from me. You'll be proud of me. We went to our grave, me and my innocent self. Not our real grave, but the place where he first raped us. I went there because I needed a reference point, something solid to go to every once in a while, to try to find the holy in the unholy. I laid on the ground where he raped us and spread my arms and legs wide and reimagined that exact moment when I pleaded, no, no, no! And he went ahead anyways. And then I looked up at the willow tree and remembered my innocent self was born there. The moment I split into that innocent person that still believed in love in order to transcend the violence. I looked at the river and noticed that right next to our spot, the river split in half, and it was pretty cool there. It was a perfect metaphor. I can't tell what's better, the disassociation disorder, multiple personality thing, or facing the truth. Best thing I can hope for is an early accidental death, or at least a dramatic ending. Everybody loves a dramatic ending.
Today's entry in my Ginny journal. Dear beautiful Ginny. Well, by now we hardly have to be so formal. 4 years, or has it been more? I lost count around year 3. Me and you, 2 peas in a pod. I would just about guess we were completely fused. Maybe that's what all this togetherness has been about. Fusion. My friends have finally stopped asking me if I've met someone, and I've stopped looking. Actually, it's a breath of clean, fresh air, Ginny. So refreshing to be breathing my own air. Even Harold, my vibrator, doesn't seem as interesting. I mean, I like him and all, but I'm not sure I need him all that much anymore. You know, Gin, guess what? You're not going to believe this. Guess who I saw the other day? The old you. I ran into some guy at the coffee shop, a guy I remember going home with some years ago, and, well, you know, I looked at him and remembered all the details, quite disappointing details, if I remember correctly. But mostly, Ginny, old girl, I remember the loneliness, and I realized finally what you and I have discovered together, with a little help from Harold, was the fire in our hearts that we've been missing. The goddess fire, the flame of yourself, a flame that no one will ever put out. My best friend thinks I'm a born-again virgin. She's probably right, but I am not embarrassed. And if it's a cost, if the cost of that is freedom, my own life, my own terms, my own decisions, my own purpose, then I am willing to keep this up. Me and you, Ginny. I can see the future now. I'll be 80 years old, walking down the middle of Main Street with all my Free the Ginny t-shirts on. And people on the other side of the street will be saying, there goes that crazy old Ginny-loving broad again. She loves those Ginnies, doesn't she? Or I bet she's growing Ginnies in her backyard. Or I wonder how many Ginnies she has invited into her cult. Oh, yeah. I will be a Ginny lover all right until the day I die. The golden pussy, my dears. The golden pussy. You gotta earn it, my sweet baby Jane. You gotta own it. You gotta swagger in it all by yourself. And then, and only then, pick that lucky soul that will value the real jewels that you bring. That, child dear, is making love to yourself, dignity, and being a little selective. There is some kind of holy resurrection that takes place when the golden pussy is respected, sweet child. Every angel knows that. I had to learn that the hard way.
After he tried to kill me in the car, I escaped. My body just collapsed. An intense pain just took over my whole body. My spine ached and my back just felt broken. For months, I ran from him like a terrorized animal, agonizing in pain. But at least I was finally free. Or so I thought. No one knew what was wrong. My parents put me in the hospital for tests. How I loved that hospital bed, the nurses, the drugs, the safest I had been in 3 whole years. I rested in total peace until he found me. Walked into my hospital room, molested me while I was partially sedated. But honestly, something in me just didn't even care. We were all gone by then. And I remember he left that room disappointed.
I can tell I'm losing my grip on her. She's slipping away from me, and I've got to do whatever it takes to keep holding on. I can't go on without her. I can't let her go on without me. It's gone too far between us. I won't let her be free.
More tests, more unknowns. The doctors put dye in my spine to see where the brokenness was. I should have told them they were looking in the wrong place. I mean, after the hospital, all of my pieces and parts went home, knowing full well that there was little left of myself to even cling to. Bedridden for a week, hoping to just move again, I lay in my mother's bed, just wishing she could read my mind, wishing I could tell her the truth. I lay in my mother's bed, safe, smelling her smell in her pillow.
If I remember correctly, the back sliding door is easily opened. No one home but her. I've been watching that house. I'm in search of you, and I can't help myself in that pursuit. And there you are. Bedridden in your mother's bed, obviously ill. Perfect!
Oh no, not now.
Pants down.
Oh God, no, not now. I'm
Just
so tired.
lay still.
I feel like I'm holding my breath for 1 second, and I have to remind myself it is just one moment. Another moment of my own life and breath just taken. My soul taken. And I don't want to not exist anymore. For some crazy reason, I don't know why, I just push you off of me.
Bitch!
Lightning hummingbird speed, I run screaming naked downstairs to the kitchen. Ah! And I grab the knife, and I turn to see you behind me, and then I lunge at you, and you back away, and I lunge at you again and again, and you back farther and farther away from me in terror, until you run out that door like a frightened, terrified animal. I'm still standing here, screaming like a chicken that had its head cut off, and I can't stop screaming and running and screaming until I fall dead. That is all I can remember. That and the smell of my mother on her pillow. You know, that's why women kill. Sometimes it's their first real moment of dignity. That's why I bet you don't find a lot of women in prison for murdering men all that unhappy. I mean, it sort of feels like victory. And I can honestly say that I would not care if I had ended up spending the rest of my life in prison for ridding myself of him.
I might be fragmented and damaged, but I am also one.
And no one can stop an army of angels determined. We shall rise!
Almighty winged butterfly, free of tethering ropes, never defeated, but always defining, a constant creating essence that can't be stopped by the elements, given holy wings of angel passions sprouting from my shoulders. I am spiritual beyond convention, relying on dreams, visions, and intuitions to guide my way. I am a seer, able to see past, present, and future, and the wounded healing psyche of those in need. I am a lover of music, color, flowers, friendship, and all groundbreaking ideas, anything that bursts forth. I love women, and I love men. I am a keeper of children's spirits and loving mother. I am God's precious one, wisdom's student, brother's king. And here I love to stand, here I am professor. I am a woman missionary, charged, committed to serving the reversal of injustice and suffering. I am sexual beyond the wildest fantasy, even when I sleep alone. I am giantess, and I am here to save the world and heal the souls of my sisters. Therefore, your approval of me is no longer needed. I am